Crazy to me. This was projected by I don't know what news outlet. Justin Fields is only worth 1 year, $6.4 million. So if the Steelers decide to go forward with Justin Fields as their quarterback on a 1 year deal, which I don't really think is going to happen because you can say the Steelers are never going to win another Super Bowl with Tomlin all you want, but we could sit here and beat your chest and yell to the clouds as long as you want to fire Mike Tomlin. They're not firing Mike Tomlin. They've already come out and said they're not firing Mike Tomlin. What they're going to try to do next year is try to compete for a Super Bowl. I mean, with Justin Fields, does that give him the best chance for 1 year, only 6.4? I mean, they can definitely go out there and get themselves a big name wide receiver, another running back, and they can add a lot of depth on that defensive line and in wherever they feel necessary on defense because they have about 50 million in cap, and they can make quite a few cuts in a few contract. They can negotiate a few contracts, and they can have easily 75-80 million dollars to really go at this thing and attack this thing. And with Justin Fields and his defense, I mean, in that price tag, yeah, that's a good bargaining chip. That's as good leverage, if anything, for the Pittsburgh Steelers having Justin Fields there. He basically, where does he want to go? I mean, maybe he might find a better team that's going to tailor make and suit to his playing ability. But I really don't know if there's really any team willing to go all in on Justin Fields. And is there really any other better team that he can go to where he's going to getting a starting job besides the Pittsburgh Steelers? I really don't see it. The Raiders, Patriots just drafted a quarterback. Like, who needs a quarterback right now that could on a team that could really like make a run at it? I don't know. Not too many that I can really think of. And the Pittsburgh Steelers gives Justin Fields the best opportunity to win a championship, and that gives the Steelers, Russell Wilson, the Steelers give Russell Wilson the best opportunity to win another Super Bowl. So the Steelers have all the leverage, I feel, in this situation because maybe the Raiders might shell out a bunch of dough, or the Giants might shell out a bunch of dough to Russell Wilson, or maybe the Giants. That could be one team that could go out there for Fields. But I I don't really know if they're going to do all that. Maybe the Giants might put in an offer. I hear they're talking about Russell possibly going to the Giants. So to me, I'm not going to get into a bidding war. So I'd be like, well, hey Justin, I'll give you $10 million a year if you stay here instead of go to the Giants or instead of go to the Raiders. And I'm going to tell Russell, hey, you're going to come back on a team-friendly deal, or we're not going to take you back. We're going to go in a whole nother direction, and that is what it is. And if they choose to go in that direction, they choose to go in that direction. If not, they can go to a worse team and, try to win and try to revive their careers. But the best way for Russell Wilson to revive his career and end his career on a high note is with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And to me, like I said earlier at the beginning of the video, Mike Tomlin, Omar and the Rooney family are trying to deliver a Super Bowl. So does Justin Fields give the Steelers the best opportunity to win a Super Bowl? Probably not. And I think if they're going to sign any quarterback, Tomlin has 2 years left on his deal. It's got to be at least a 2-year deal. Whatever quarterback you got to bring in here, Mike Tomlin, there needs to be some stability at the quarterback position. You cannot have a controversy at the quarterback position. Rudy came out and basically said it in his press conference. He feels that both are capable starters, and it's not likely that they're going to bring both of them back. And I understand where he's coming from because it was nothing but a quarterback controversy from day one. Even though from day one, from the jump, Tomlin announced that Russell Wilson was going to be the starter. Soon as they got him, that was the deal. That was what was made, and that's what they were going to do. But the media turned it into this big controversy. From the beginning of training camp, from his injury to week 6, pretty much the whole season, it was a quarterback controversy every week, talking about who should be the quarterback, who shouldn't be the quarterback, and we're still talking about who shouldn't be the quarterback and who shouldn't be the quarterback. So whoever you're going to bring in here, there just needs to be stability. And to me, Tomlin is trying to save his career in Pittsburgh. Tomlin's trying to save his legacy. Omar Khan's trying to keep his job. So they're not going to, I really don't think they're going to bring Justin Fields back. They're going to bring a guy in with a resume, a guy with pedigree, a guy that's been there and done that. And that's a Russell Wilson, possibly an Aaron Rodgers. Maybe they might listen to Sam Darnold and see what they're doing with Sam Darnold. But at the end of the day, I think they're going to definitely try to get Russell back. I think that's the plan. I think that's what they want to do. Maybe Sam Darnold, but I don't really see that happening. But I mean, there's not many options here as Steelers, like as the Steelers front office for the quarterback room. There really isn't. And Justin Fields, yeah, he's unique, but he's never thrown for 3,000 yards in his career. And at the end of the day, the NFL is a passing league, and the Steelers have been able to produce 1,000-yard rushers on the ground behind a very below average offensive line. So, to me, you don't really need his skill set at the quarterback position. You need a guy that can pass and can control an offense and make calls at the line and make checks at the line. And that's a Russell Wilson and that's an Aaron Rodgers. Now, are they willing to bring back those two type of quarterbacks that want to have control of the offense and want to take reins over the offense? I don't know. But to me, I think that's what they want to do. They want to put the Steelers in the best chance to win games, and I just don't see it with Justin Fields. I don't see them risking it on Justin Fields because their careers are on the line. Everybody's calling for Tomlin to be fired. Like I said, you can yell to the clouds all you want, but it's not happening. But they are still trying to save their careers. If Tomlin doesn't get another playoff win in this contract, they're definitely going to have to let that contract run up and not bring him back. They should have let this contract just run up and we could have just parted ways. It didn't have to be a firing. And they could have said, thanks for everything, Mike, but we're going to move on. But now we're here. They extended him in the offseason. We made the playoffs. We didn't win in the playoffs. Steelers were predicted to go last in the division. Now they have a ton of salary cap and they can really attack this thing. And, if Aaron Rodgers does happen to get cut by the Jets, he might have an epiphany. He might be like, hey, I only got 1 year left. I only got 2 years left. So I'm going to go to what gives me the best chance to win. And that's probably Pittsburgh for Aaron Rodgers, to be completely honest. And so, I mean, he might be willing to take a $25 million deal, a $20 million deal to come here, play 1 year left, one year, and just go out. Maybe give him a team option, player option or something. Like, all right, we'll give you a 1 year with a player option. He probably wouldn't accept the team option. I don't know about the player option because if he sucks, what if he opts into that? But that's just off the cuff. I'm doing this off the cuff, really. But that price tag for Justin Fields is very appealing to me, and it just makes you question, man. There's a lot of questions going in this offseason because there's a lot of ways you can build your team. Because $6.4 million, you can add a lot of talent around him. And he does have talent, and he did went 4-1 this season. So, I mean, you get Russell Wilson, that's $30 million. You're not going to get as much depth in free agency if you sign Russell Wilson for $30 million, or you sign a Sam Darnold for $40 million, or if you sign Aaron Rodgers for 25, 30, 35, 40 million, whatever the price tag is going to be. Some people are projecting Russ to get a 3-year, $100 million contract, and the Steelers really going to shell that out to Russell Wilson? I don't know. Are the Raiders going to shell that out to Russell Wilson? I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out, but I just wanted to get a little bit of comments up on this, and I find that very interesting, and that's a very intriguing number to where, shit, if we can get Justin Fields for $6.4 million per year, hey, that's still in the deal. So I might be with that, honestly. And then you bring in like a Trey Lance to back him up and then draft a guy. That wouldn't be bad scenario, honestly.